up, guys? How's it going? Glad to have you back here at the Crown One. And we're getting into a story that was released, I believe it was released on Twitter, but of course you see it here. That's on the Nintendo Life website. And if you guys are not familiar with Mario Kart, I would kindly encourage you to crawl from under your rock and join the living. With that being said, Charles Martinet will no longer be the voice of Mario. Now, if you're not familiar with his work, like I said, please climb from under a rock. He has been, as you see in the article, we'll just jump down to the article. He has been instrumental in the development of Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario's voice, alongside with Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. Now, I didn't know he talked for all of these voices. I thought it was just Mario, Wario, and possibly Waluigi, but I didn't know he was talking for Luigi. So we're talking about a man with many talents, with 4 different inflections in his voice. Now, that's skill because I just didn't wrap my head around it. But that will make sense because you're talking for characters. It will make sense to have somebody doing voice acting to do multiple voice, as you might have seen in other animations or video games, like the Boondocks, where Regina King was doing both voices for the 2 young kids during that time. And I didn't know that until I had read an article earlier, at the time Boondocks was on, that she was actually doing both of the voices. So with that being said, now this announcement came on Twitter, as I said earlier, I believe it was today. Yeah, so today, I believe this is going to be Eastern daytime. So it's still early afternoon here. So for us, a few hours ago, that it was released that he will not be doing the voice acting anymore for these 4 characters. Now, the reason why I wanted to report on it because it's something that's near and dear to me. Super Mario Brothers is something that I grew up on, and a lot of us as kids grew up on, especially when Nintendo first came out. And as I've said in earlier videos, I'm not trying to reveal my age, but let's just say I was around when the Nintendo Entertainment System came out, and I ended up getting one. I'm not going to say the year. I'll leave that to the cyber sleuths. But at any rate, when that first came out for me, man, I'm just talking about filled with just joy and excitement because I was already into video games like your typical American kid. And when I first played Super Mario Brothers, after dying a lot, of course, I had a sense of, trying to negotiate and teach you, you can learn how to negotiate different obstacles within Mario Brothers. And if you ever get a chance, I would encourage you to play Mario 1. It's still just as fun as it is during yesteryear. But at any rate, Martinet, the voice actor for Mario Brothers and the other characters, he's not stepping away from Nintendo and he's not stepping away from the Mario market. It's just the voices. So what has been brought to the attentions of the readers is that he's going to be doing promotions. And let's see if I can find where it says he's going to be doing his promotions. Well, I read the article, but at any rate, he's going to be doing promotions for Mario Brothers. That could be like merchandise or just talking about the character. So we see that he's not disassociating himself completely from the Mario franchise, just from the voice acting. Nonetheless, that still leaves me a bit sad because we're talking about a pretty prominent person who's impacted many lives with the voice of Mario. I mean, you can't be sad hearing that voice. And if you are sad, you get happy once you hear that voice. And him leaving, or I should say him no longer doing that voice acting, it's kind of equivalent to Peter Cullen no longer doing the voice of Prime. If you guys are familiar with the Transformers, which again, that rock, got to get rid of it. Got to crawl from under that rock. Peter Cullen is the iconic voice for Optimus Prime. The late Kevin Conroy, God bless his soul, rest in peace. He did, obviously, the voice of Batman. And in some people's hearts, he is Batman. Just like Mark Hamill is the Joker. And it's not taking away credit from other people who have done these characters. Not at all. But, when you have that voice for that character, anytime you hear that character, like you hear Optimus Prime, you hear Batman, you hear Mario, you automatically think of the voice. it's something linked to that voice, and it's just like, wow, you just light up. You can't be upset. You can't be sad. It brightens your day, at least in my opinion. But those are my thoughts on it. Other thoughts, I feel like, kind of lost a friend, in that aspect, but he has to move on. I would encourage anybody who's on top, go out on top. Nobody wants to see themselves in decline, whatever they're associated with. So it's good that he's going out on top. But in reality, I don't think I've ever seen Mario in decline. I mean, I can't think of a time period. We have all the consoles that came out, the video games, the movies. Well, there was that movie back in the, I think, 90s or something. There are mixed opinions about it. It's not something I found favorable. It didn't seem like it came. It didn't maintain the tropes of Mario Brothers video game franchise, at least in my opinion. For those who do like it, hey, look, chops to you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But with the recent Super Mario movie that came out with Chris Pratt, that one, man, that was cinematic masterpiece. But I don't want to get too off topic here. We do wish, or I should say, I do wish Mr. Martinet the best. Maybe it's not the end. Maybe it's just taking a small break. But thankfully, he's still going to be associated with the Mario franchise. I think that will be, just a cherry on top, even though he's taken off from the voice acting Mario, but still staying on with the Nintendo franchise, because, I like the Nintendo franchise. Again, it's been around since I was a kid, and it's just pretty awesome to see him staying alongside with the Nintendo. And I know Nintendo has already voiced sadness, that he's taken off from the Mario voice acting, but, he's got to make his own decisions. With that being said, though, he is going to be doing the voice for the new game that's coming out in October. He's doing the voice for Mario with Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Now, if this is going to be his last voice, then I'm going to get Super Mario Brothers Wonder just to hear his voice and also enjoy the game. And who knows? I might even do a few uploads depending on when it comes out. And Spider-Man's actually coming out around that same time, so I'll probably be working overtime if I'm trying to get Super Mario Brothers Wonder uploaded, and then also Spider-Man 2, getting that uploaded, unless I decide to do a live stream, which will probably be easier with either one if I decide to do a live stream with either one. But it's all good. Whatever comes down the pipeline, I hope you guys enjoy it. I forgot to do my intro. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys later.